My name is Paul Wiley, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to speak tonight about the plan to co-locate 2 new schools at the Wildwood site. I've been an Amherst resident for 35 years and have had the privilege of working for the school system as a teacher, guidance counselor, and ultimately principal of Crocker Farm Elementary School. 3 of my children went through the Amherst system, 2 at Fort River and 1 at Crocker Farm. After retiring in 2008, I served as a facilitator and leadership coach for the National Institute for School Leadership, and I currently am serving in an interim capacity as Executive Director of Leadership for the Amherst Public Schools. I followed and participated in discussions and debates on the new school project, listening to the broad spectrum of opinions held by this community. I respect my community's efforts to craft a consensus around this important matter. My experience helps me to know the value of small neighborhood schools and how in many cases a change to a new building and a new elementary grade level configuration would not be favored by many. Experience also helps me to see many opportunities ahead for our children, teachers, and the community as a whole should the town approve this project. Tonight, I speak in favor of building 2 co-located schools on the Wildwood site. A vote to defeat this project would be an error on our part, a missed opportunity to take our schools well into the 21st century.
One gentleman's story comes to mind every time someone asks me how I feel about this school plan. The homeowner told me this horrific story about how he was motivated to sell his house before the override vote this past November because he felt as though he could no longer afford to pay taxes on his home. His goal then was to sell his house before the override vote because he was already behind. He's behind more than 4 years in his payment. If his house did not sell, he was afraid he was going to lose it to foreclosure. And yes, a bank can foreclose on you if you do not pay your real estate taxes.
With Fort River, we have had to live for more than 4 decades with a building that was a mistake from the beginning in its design and program plan. We do need new or completely renovated schools. We will live with our new buildings for 50 years. We can't afford to again build for an educational plan that does not match what's going to work best for our students, our teachers, and our families. I believe the current proposal with the grade reconfiguration is a big mistake. I'm a strong believer in K-6 schools, not only because I think they are better for children and for families, but because in Amherst they function as the basic building blocks of community for our entire town.